Hi, thanks for joining me at Kidney Journeys. My name is Kyle Chang. I've been a dialysis patient since 2013. Today, I want to talk a little bit about transplants. So, yesterday afternoon, I got a call from the transplant team. The transplant nurse, they make the calls, pre-screen, and ask recipients if they're willing to take certain kidneys. So in this case, somebody that is deceased, it's on life support. Out of over 6 years of being listed, I've never even got a call from them, never got it as a backup or anything. Some folks do. Some folks receive multiple backup calls several times over the years while they're listed. I never have, so it was sort of out of the blue, and they left me a voicemail, and I called them back pretty much right away. They told me about the circumstances of the deceased donor who's on life support and am classified as the first recipient, the primary recipient, not as a backup. So they told me to sort of stand by and wait if I were interested in receiving the kidney. And after talking through it, yeah, I decided to go and proceed. So now it's the next day. I'm still on standby. There's a different nurse on shift. The second nurse called as well to give me an update and said they haven't scheduled any surgeries and it's possible that they may not do that until Monday. So I thought it would be a good time for me to go ahead and make a quick video and vlog about the circumstances here that I potentially could be going in for a transplant anytime. Now, once you go in and do the final matching and testing, there are circumstances where sometimes that kidney that's procured is no longer viable, so they will send you home. Sometimes you as a recipient, if you're not healthy enough for surgery, based on labs or blood pressure or high potassium, different things, where it might affect anesthesia and surgical results, they may actually send you home and give that kidney to a backup recipient. Those are different things that can happen even when you do receive the calls. And again, sometimes folks receive multiple backup calls for a deceased donor. They may end up not getting called in for the hospitalization for the final testing and also the final prep. Sometimes there could be a deceased donor and they need you in there fairly quick. So the key thing that's important is making sure that you as a recipient that's listed to receive a transplant, hopefully at some point, to stay healthy with your diet, to stay compliant with your meds, to stay compliant with your uh, dialysis treatments, so that you overall stay healthy. And also any checkups, like I have to do echocardiograms for heart condition, and they check the status of that every year. There are things with the liver previously that they want regular checkups on, so I see my hepatologist once a year. There are things with oncologists or other specialties that you may be asked to have updated tests and maintain a relationship with those specialist doctors in case something does come up. So they want to make sure you stay healthy for transplant. Even though it's frustrating sometimes to go through all that, to be listed and remain listed, it's good to do because over the years there are different health issues that come up where they're treatable and could be addressed. And I was happy afterwards to actually know that the treatment took. It kept me a little bit healthier. Now, over 6 years later, I finally got a call. We'll see where it goes. With transplant process, to get listed as well as remain listed before you get the call, it's sort of a roller coaster, up and down emotional process for a lot of folks. The funny thing was the nurse this afternoon that called for the update actually closed the call with saying, we have no updates and please go on doing whatever you need to do and don't wait around. We have you accessible by cell phone. We'll reach you as soon as we know something more. I sort of just replied and laughed that says, over 6.5 years, I've never really just sat by the phone. So, and I never sat around waiting. Not a whole lot of anxiety for me. I know it's different than maybe a lot of other patients, but I've been on the list for so long. I just go on doing my dialysis, go on living, go on traveling, and that works perfectly well for me and keeps my mental and emotional state at level for me. Again, everybody's going to be different, but I thought I would just do a quick vlog on this situation that came up and then talk a little bit about dialysis and sort of how it's a roller coaster process. So While you're waiting, while you're getting listed, manage those appointments, keep up with the appointments, stay healthy, but don't let things stop you from traveling or doing the things you enjoy. As long as you update the phone number and your health conditions with the transplant coordinator over the years and over time, keep them informed of what's happening. Make sure they have numbers to access you or some of your family members. If you do get the call, they'll try and track you down and keep you updated. Make sure contact information is always updated, and you should be good to go. Keep doing the treatments so that you can do the things you do with the folks that you love doing it with. If you're first time here, to subscribe and click the little bell. Let us know how things are going with you. Do comment below as well. If you have any suggestions or any comments on this particular topic issue, forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining me at Kidney Journeys today, and we'll see you soon.